Hey there. Hey everybody. It is Marshawn Evans Daniels and I am here at a hotel for a meeting that I actually just finished, and I'm here for a series of different meetings for a new project that I have coming out very soon, and meeting with some big companies about some potential partnerships. And so I can't wait to share with you more information about that later. But first I wanted to talk about how you handle nerves and how you handle being, in that place where you have those butterflies when you have a really big meeting. So my name is Marshawn Evans Daniels, reinvention strategist, life catalyst, and founder of the Godfidence movement. Dun, 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 dun. See me wearing this shirt all the time at godfidence.com, where my mission is just to help you maximize your potential in every single area of your life. And sometimes, people will look at me and say, because I teach about Godfidence and I teach about confidence, that I'm always confident. And I think I'm a pretty confident chick, right? Like, I really believe in myself, I believe in other people, and I believe in personal development. I believe working on myself and developing my skills so that I'm not just having a fluff sense of confidence, but having some experience, right, that I can rely upon. But even as someone who's written best-selling books, who has been on stages speaking around the world, been on television, runs a successful company, I realized today that I still get nervous when I have a big meeting or a big opportunity, and I think that's just normal. It comes as a part of life. And a lot of times as a coach, when I'm working with those who are looking to go to new levels and do new things, those nerves are going to come up, because whenever you step into a bigger place, there's a sense of discomfort of not knowing exactly what's going to happen. You want to present yourself. Oh, there's a bee. Sorry. Yeah, he's gone. There's just a sense of not knowing how things are going to go. Are people going to receive you well? Are they going to like what you have to say? And especially when some of your next level dreams, your next level destiny dreams, when those are involved, you want things to go well. And so I realize now that I finished the meeting and I've got another one to go to, and then I'll have another one tomorrow. We just put them all together in the same city. I realized that I was a little anxious and I was a little nervous and I had butterflies. Thankfully, I've been in a lot of environments and competing in Miss America, I've been on The Apprentice. I was a competitive baton twirler growing up, and I've worked with pro athletes. I used to manage NFL and NBA players. Dealing with nerves is part of living your purpose. It's part of living bigger and doing things in a bigger way. So I just wanted to share with you, while I was fresh in the flow of coming out of a really great meeting, it was awesome, to share with you just 3 things that I realized that are really important to realize when you're going in to do new things and stepping into a bigger place. How do you handle the nerves and how do you handle the butterflies? I've always believed that the first thing that is important is reframing, meaning that you've got to start realizing that the nerves or the butterflies, that doesn't mean that you're unqualified. Like, we tell ourselves the wrong story about the things that we feel naturally. And when you feel those nerves, when you feel those butterflies, what I always tell myself is it means I'm ready. It's just, they're supposed to be here. They're supposed to be showing up. Though that feeling is not only natural and normal, it's divine. It means that something so great is about to happen, is about to come forth through my life, and I can't even contain it. And so it means I'm ready. You know where I learned the power of reframing and telling yourself a different story? Is from athletes, NFL and NBA players especially. If you look at football players, like right before they get ready to go on and they're going into like real battle, like they're about to get hit, like most of us are about to go into something we're not physically gonna get hit for sport, but they build themselves up and they just like rock with the energy of being, they turn that nervousness into focus. So the first thing I learned is reframing. So because I've learned that, that's the first thing that I did this morning, is I reframed it and I said, this must mean that I'm ready, and to harness it and to use affirmations because of that. So that was number one. The second thing that I think is really important when you are dealing with a big opportunity or something that is a hope or a dream or just maybe a little intimidating, the second thing is envisioning. Now, I've learned over the years how powerful the power of envisioning is. Now, you may have heard of having a vision, but envisioning is a little bit different. It's the process by which you get a picture of how you want something to play out. Like you get a positive picture. Worry and doubt and fear is simply replaying and rehearsing a negative picture. It's a negative anticipation of something that you're absolutely certain is going to go wrong, and so you get in a downward spiral. But envisioning is a positive expectation of a positive outcome. So the next time you're getting ready to go into a big meeting, think about the best outcome, the best result, like how people are going to love you and how they're going to respond to you. I also like to envision not just other people, I like to envision myself. Like, how do I want to show up? How do I want to present myself? How do I want to speak or sound? Or what's my body language going to be like? And so literally, close your eyes and envision the very best of the best. And what that does is, I believe it invites God to give you your expectation. He says, I'll give you the desires of your heart. So when you have that positive focus and you have a positive envisioning of something that seems intimidating, but you're not looking at, the only reason it's intimidating is because you're thinking about all the things that could possibly go wrong. And there's just nerves because you really want it, right? But fear comes in and it kind of creeps in and gives us all the things that could go wrong. But it takes just as much energy to think through the lens of fear as it does through the lens of faith. So faith is closing your eyes and speaking through your vision an expectation of you showing up powerfully, you knowing what you're going to say and how you're going to say it, and already envisioning them receiving it well. You also want to envision possible objections or obstacles, because that's a part of life as well. Everyone's not going to always get it. Everyone's not going to always like every single aspect. But if you have the opportunity, you also have the opportunity to tell them, sell them, and show them why they can look at it differently. So try to also envision what possible questions could come up so that you're not thrown off by that, okay? So the first thing was reframing. The second thing was envisioning. And I think the third thing, if I'm to think about it, I think it's having a simplification of your points, a simplification of your purpose. A meeting can go in a lot of different directions. And I've seen this happen a lot when people come to me and they pitch me, or even people interview with me or want me to invest in something. It can go in a lot of different directions. So I always say, have your top 3 points or 3 things that absolutely have to be talked about that you want to get across before you leave. And when you simplify it, it helps give focus and clarity. For you, you know how to prepare. You come across more organized. They're going to receive maybe a complex idea in a more simple way, and it just makes things flow more smoothly. So that helps your confidence. And when your confidence is up, your energy is up, your vibrancy, your light. And so much of decisions is not about really who's the best. Sometimes it's just about the best energy. It's just about the best synergy. I've always felt like communication is the most powerful tool on the planet. It is what gets you to yes, more so than your resume and your qualifications. And a lot of times people just need to like you. So when you love yourself and you like yourself and you're head over heels in your idea and you've simplified it, you come with passion, but also clarity and specificity goes a long way. And the last thing is to have fun, to enjoy the process, and to enjoy the fact that you have this opportunity, like to really take in the fact that God has blessed you with an opportunity to go after a new dream, to try something that you've never done, to pitch, to sell, to negotiate, to offer something, to give it a shot. And when you realize that at the end of the day, God has already anointed you to do big things, to do amazing things, and to do things that glorify Him, realize that He's with you. Like, God is really with you as you do these things. So enjoy that process. Don't miss the blessing of the moment by just focusing on the magnitude of it, and not forget that, man, God sent all the resources of heaven with me just to get me this opportunity. So as I'm going through it, I want to make sure that I still allow the best of me to flow through me, that I enjoy this, that I show my personality, that I'm not just, stiff, that I'm not a walking resume, but I reflect the relationship that I have with God. I reflect the relationship that I have with people. I reflect the relationships I have with clients. And that's what's most important. I want people to know that I love people, that I believe in them. And whatever project it is, whether it's business, whether it's ministry, whether it's nonprofit, whatever it is, for me, that's a core value that I want people to take away. So it's important to me that when I have big meetings, even if they're business meetings, that I have fun and that I am myself, and that I remember I'm one of God's daughters. He's with me in every single thing that I do. And that's what I want you to remember too, that He's with you in every single thing that you do as well. So those are my tips. Those are my points. Number one, let's see if I can remember, because I just did these off the top of my head, was reframing. Number two was envisioning. Number three was simplification of your message. And then number four was I guess it was kind of like to be yourself. How did I describe that? It's to be yourself and to remember that God's with you, right? To bring Him with you in all that you do, and to allow that to shine through, that you don't forget the blessing of the opportunity you have. A lot of people would love to be worrying about the meeting you're worrying about. They would love just to have a chance to wear your clothes, to walk in your shoes, and to have the opportunities that you have as well. So don't forget the sacredness of that, okay? Listen, visit me at godfidence.com. Make sure that we get connected. You can join me at Ask Marshawn on Facebook so that we can stay connected. Make sure you turn on the notifications so that you can hear when I am on. I'm going to try to do more of these. I've got some really unique projects and I want to bring you with me. If you like them, let me know and tell me what you've taken away from this, and make sure you share this with at least one other person, if not your followers. But I believe we can do so much by at least telling one other person and sharing a good message that's impacted us. And you know what happens when we do that? God trusts us with more. Like if we just keep the messages for ourselves, why would He need to give you more if you're not going to share more? So share this with somebody else that you know needs a dose of inspiration. Invite them to watch this, but also to go to godfidence.com. Know that I believe in you. I know the best is within you. It's just waiting to manifest through you. I believe in you. I'll talk to you next time, okay? Take care and God bless. Bye.